Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Hey! This is how we start now. Just like with what we're drinking.
In the creepiest possible way.
So creepy. Let me just sit down and drink my coffee. I was inspired to drink some coffee because we were just watching Nova Charter's stream. So, as a result, it's coffee time.
He drinks a lot of coffee.
I was like, I could have coffee too.
Speak of the devil.
Here it comes.
And here he comes with the raid.
He's raiding in with a party of two. Hey, thanks so much for coming across. Really glad to see you. Like I say, drinking the coffee in honour of coffee and Star Trek, whatever you...
And Ractagino and all that stuff.
God damn.
But it's not just Nova Charter watching us. There are other people here too. So
Yes.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you, yes. Not
Welcome
missing-
to Don't Get Me Started. Episode looks at the number 16.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't get me started. People are jumping in with the Eddie Stone. Nathan Petrelli was awesome. Yeah, hey, you noticed my amazing heroes, Nathan Petrelli for Congress. Did he get in? I think he did. Who knows? Nobody understands whatever happened in that show anymore. We saved the cheerleader, we saved the world, and then the show ended, I think.
Yay, nap.
What was Nap? Was Heroes Nap?
I don't know what's nap, but Duff Valley as a subscriber is in there with the haps and naps that you can trigger from the chat. So if you too would like to trigger haps and naps from the chat, you're going to have to subscribe.
Well, you can do that, and we'll get to haps and naps in a minute. But if you've never seen it before, this show, Don't Get Me Started, is a show with myself, Alex, and Jez. We just hate on all manner of shit.
Everything.
And oh my god, there's stuff to talk about.
We hate everything.
We hate everything. Feel bad now that I've watched Nova Charter and I've seen what he looks like. And I was hating on those hats that people wear. And then I saw him and I thought, he would probably rock a hat like that. I kind of want to take it back.
Do you know, since you said that, and I don't think he was here last week, do you know who else has been wearing a hat like that?
Who?
On his streams? Captain Soro.
Oh, really? Oh, bloody hell, you're all doing it.
And I feel even worse about it because it's a Toku Toy Store hat.
Oh, do you know what? Maybe I'll rock that look as well.
Do
Hey,
it.
you can't beat them, join them. That's what people say. I don't know if that's a sensible thing to say, but it's what doesn't work with everything, does it?
It's 2020. The
Doesn't work with
times
the
are
Nazis,
not
does it?
sensible.
Can't beat them, join them. Just yeah. Do you know what I mean? But we've got so much to talk about, and the reason you mentioned haps and naps is because we're going to do This Is Happening in a bit. Coming up, we're going to look more at Am I the Arsehole, which we did before. We got our dub bit, which, what do we call that? What a Load of Dubbish.
What a Load of Dubbish.
What a Load of Dubbish. We've got Haters Gonna Hate, which is the new name for Thanks I Hate It, which is a new name for Don't Get Me Started. We've got so much stuff we're going to hate on, and also in my naps, something that's going to help you save yourself £10. I'm going to save you £10.
Ooh.
Put that fucking money away. I'm going to save you some money right now. I need to get a Star Trek hat. I don't know what that looks. Do they wear hats? Do they wear hats in Star Trek?
You should, for Don't Get Me Started, wear a Guinan hat.
Oh my god, she's like the only person that can get away with a hat, I think.
And that is a hat. That hat is amazing.
Boy, is that a hat.
I'd wear that. Somebody buy me a Guinan hat and I will wear it on stream.
Kelvin Universe has hats.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Kelvin Universe just sounds like a dude. How you doing, Kelvin? It's Mr. Universe to you.
Bajoran priest hat, says Duff Valley.
Do you know the Bajorans have that little earring thing as well? Oh my god. There's so many little kind of, I want to say, like accessories that people wear. I used to have, and I gave it to Eddie Stone. I used to have a Star Trek mug, the kind of like sharp hourglass looking one that doesn't fall over anywhere. I gave it to him and he hated it and gave it back to me. But anyway, I mean, yeah, that doesn't bother me.
That's the Star Trek portion of this Not a Star Trek podcast.
Can't help it. You guys do
Every time.
You guys.
There's always Star Trek chat.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Let's kick off with a bit of This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
Not This Is Happening. No hats.
Ooh, hang on, I just need to throw some things in for that. That's what I think of that.
Well, you didn't like that?
No, that wasn't good. That wasn't on board with that pun.
No. Well, I mean, whatever. Hatter's gonna hat. That's all I'm saying about that. Double. Come on. Come on, man. That's 2 for 2. This is amazing. What's wrong with you?
Definitely agrees.
Shut your mouths. God, I hate you all so much. I'm giving you fucking gold. Shut your mouth. All right. How you doing anyway? What's hap for you?
I have
Hit us with a hap.
a few things that are hap. The first thing is in my life, and it's that my child is going back to nursery.
God.
And not only is she going back, she's going back for more time. So rather than me just getting a few hours, I'm going to have 2 whole days where I might be able to get something done.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
It's going to be great.
And she can go back there and catch COVID and spread it around all the other kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful.
And she likes it there more than she does with me anyway, so...
I have a nap, says Keris. The Chromecast will not let me cast you on the TV.
Yeah, that should have been my nap. That's been crap this week. Here you go. There's a nap.
Crapcast. That's what I call it. Just off the top of my head. You know. So that's what's hap for you. Child in nursery. Back once again.
Yeah, I might stop neglecting my business a little bit and do some stuff with that. And
yeah.
get some more stuff done and make some
It's
more
good to have
buttons
some
on my
time
phone.
to yourself, you know. I think. Any other haps you have?
Yes. And it's not a new hat, but it's just a hat that I've kind of got into recently.
Oh, yeah.
Like, sometimes when you're feeling down, you want to find a breakaway from it, like a TV show or something that just brings you back to that happy place.
Yes.
And that show for me in the last couple of weeks has been Impractical Jokers.
That is a good show. I don't watch that nearly enough.
Damn,
What a
I
show.
love that show so much.
That is good.
Hap getting into streaming. Yeah, Duff Valley
Oh,
streams
congratulations.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine on Monday night.
He streams.
And that is Hap.
That is he streams Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, for the SNES.
Oh, okay. I
Like
didn't
a
even know
game.
that was it. There's a SNES game of Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
Who'd you play? Odo, just wandering around the place.
No.
No.
That's the funny thing about this game is it's all about like station security, but you're not Odo. Cisco's out there doing Odo's job for him.
I love this. I like the station security. I thought it was going to be like just, you know, standard operating procedures, rules and regulation, terms and conditions and stuff like that. And just like the general, imagine if it wasn't anything fun or sexy at all. It was just like, how's Upper Pylon 2 doing? Not so well. Can you fix it? Yes.
Yes, I will press a button.
Roll
and
credits.
one of my underlings will do that.
And then in the background, someone goes, double! And you're just like, oh, don't know what's going on in there. Quick. Up and fix the airlock. Okay. Oh, that'd be amazing.
No, the game basically consists, especially with Duff Valley's playing it, of finding a grenade that some Bajoran has planted and putting it out of like an airlock.
Good plan.
And then trying to repeat that while jumping up on ledges in a very kind of, you know, Super Nintendo way.
Nice.
Yeah. It's not the best of games, I'll be honest.
It's the best of games. It was the blurst of games.
But Duff Valley rocks it.
That's good work.
Regardless of whether it's a good game or not. Speaking of streaming,
Yes.
Captain Soro has joined us.
Hello, Captain Sora. Thank you very much
Welcome.
for joining us.
He's just collected
Charlotte from work.
Well, then she should be on here too. What's her excuse?
She's probably just sitting next to him.
No, it's not good enough.
In the
Get
warming glow of the monitor.
Typey.
I'm here!
Yay!
Hooray! The gang's all here.
There we
I'm loving it. That's triple hap. I'm loving it. Yeah, well, I like the sound of this Deep Space. Honestly, I like my version of this Deep Space Nine game better. I think I had
Yours sounds like Deep Space Nine Manager. rather than-
Deep Space Nine Manager. You're like, yeah.
I just need to trade for a better engineer.
That would be so good. Do you know, I was thinking earlier when I was drinking the coffee and we were watching the other stream and we'd gone back to Star Trek again. You'll
I
notice.
know, it's Duff Valley's fault.
I don't know, but like in Next Generation, Picard goes tea, Earl Grey, hot, and then in Deep Space Nine they obviously wanted another one, and like O'Brien goes a coffee, double strong, double sweet, or something like that, and I'm just like, you were desperate to nail another replicator-based hot drink phrase that just never caught on, just like O'Brien himself. Do you know what I mean? It's just like...
Not only that, they came up with their own complete other brand of coffee that isn't coffee. It's like, what do the Bajorans drink? They don't have coffee because they're oppressed and shit. What do they have? Ractagino. Yeah!
Oh yeah! Ractagino!
I want a Ractagino. Fuck that coffee. That's way too earth.
Double strong, double sweet. Fucking hell. Man,
O'Brien.
if I was married to that woman who gives him shit all the time, I'd be like, double fucking strong coffee. Put some fucking heroin in it.
Who,
Anything.
Keiko?
Keiko. Honestly, Keiko. Is there an episode where Keiko's nice to O'Brien? That's what I want to know. It's like, Miles, what shit have you fucked up today? Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. That's a fucking episode I'd watch. Anyway, Keiko giving him shit.
Yeah.
She can't even... You know the one where he's like a clone or someone's a clone and she turns up? Like, she's not even nice to him when he's not really him or something like that.
No, she's even harsher to him.
She's
then.
harsher
Like,
to him.
don't touch my child!
Fuck this shit!
Oh, we have frozen. Your phone is trying to do an update.
Oh, well. No.
Schedule or something. I don't know.
Let's just come away from it. It's good. I don't know what it's doing. Should have put it in flight mode. Video crashed. Yeah, sorry, that was my phone trying to do an update. I'll have to do an update later. What about now? How about now? Are we okay now? God, I hope so. Maybe a little bit.
I think we're all right.
We can't really do much about it.
Notice the audio was desynced. Yeah, I can't do much about that.
Oh, well, fuck Keiko. Now, where were we?
We were on haps and naps. So, what do you have in the way of haps?
Oh, man. I managed to get a little bit of holiday time in with Captain Brilliant, who you'll also watch on the Cocktails and Bullshit stream we do. It's coming up this Saturday. But me and the captain and his brother, I don't know, Lieutenant Brilliant, I don't know whether they're... Well, I don't even know how that works. Went to Somerset. And that was just a laugh all round, basically. So, yeah, that was wonderful. Getting away. It was sunny the whole time. That was brilliant.
Tenting.
Yeah, we were in tents. Yeah. That sounds like there's a pun in there, but I'll choose to ignore it. But yes, it was wonderful. And we were around in... Yeah, that is hap. We were in the middle of Somerset and we just really wanted cider. And we were told, if you walk halfway up the road, there's a pub. It's a lovely little country pub. And we got into this lovely little country pub and it was just like every other pub I've ever been in. Like on tap there was like Foster's, Stella, Thatcher's Gold, and there was Liverpool versus Arsenal on the TV. And I'm like, I've got away from it all to exactly the same shit.
Just to come to the exact same place I've been my entire life.
And I'm like, have you got any like special local cider that maybe I could have? And they were like,
oh no, wait,
not really. And I'm like, at one point we spoke to these people like we only came down here for the cider, and you come to the right place. I'm like, we fucking haven't. I inadvertently took the piss out of a local because we were walking up the road and it's this little kind of.
Did you hear a person and take the piss out?
No, I didn't know. Right, so there was a guy whose van was there. His name, not that anyone cares, is RJ Patch, and it was a van. It was just a van sitting by the side of the road. And we're like, look at this van. Look at this van just sitting.
They're coordinating.
Okay, now, this is all sounding very nap right. What you think? What the fact that there wasn't any good cider? Yeah, actually, that's a bit nap. Actually,
that was hugely nap. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a nice place, and the landlord was nice. They gave us good food, and so that was hap. But I'm not going to tell you about RJ Patch. I think that'll save that for another time. But anyway, because it's a bit of a strange, long story. So that was hap. Oh, I'll tell you what else is hap. I started watching Amazon Prime TV series The Boys last night. I don't know if you've seen we talked about this. I think someone raised it. And I started watching.
I'm sure it was recommended to you last week, so that's really.
So I started watching The Boys. I've watched about almost the end of the first episode. It got to this bit in the end of the first episode where, like, the main guy, if you will. I mean, I know Carl Urban is the main guy, but the other guy who suffered this tragedy goes to the main tower type thing to kind of do all this shit. I don't want to give too much away because it's the first episode. But for those people who watched it, I've got to that bit and I'm like, oh man, I'll watch the rest of this later. But I'll tell you everything that I've watched so far in that first, 30 minutes. I love the style of it. It just looks amazing.
So you've watched a foot of The Boys.
Yes.
You love it.
Yeah, I watched like a foot and an ankle of an entire boy, and sounds weird. And
Capsasaurus says it gets better. So there you go.
Do you know? I would imagine that given that I've only watched 3/4 of the first episode, I better hope that it gets better. And after that, it's all downhill. Forget it. But yeah, it just looks stylish as fuck. So yes, that is hap. That's what's hap.
I do have one more hap that I
hit us with a hap.
Haven't put on the board, but I need to do a nap first. That also isn't on the board. The thing that's nap is my memory. Because I was
for writing things on the board.
Well, not even that. Because I was supposed to do something last week,
and
I didn't because I forgot it. And so, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I went back to Wales on holiday.
Oh yeah.
And also, very recently, it was your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And so actually, while I was in Wales, I grabbed you a little birthday gift.
Oh, really? This is amazing.
That I wanted to give you last week. But, forgot.
Oh,
So-
mate. This is amazing. Look, I'm getting
Happy birthday nearly a month later.
Thank you very much. I got a present on a live. How happy is this? What have I got in my... Oh, my God. This looks amazing.
Well, that one ain't working. There we go.
This looks so fucking stylish. You're talking about stylish things. Look at this Brecon gin. Fuck me, this looks good. Oh, look. Welsh spirit, juniper berries, orange peel, loads of other shit. Stick it in there. Oh, mate, this looks so fucking expensive. I'll give you that. Fucking hell. I want to drink this so much.
There you
This
go.
looks
Bit of
so...
local for you.
Look at that. That looks so beautiful.
That's making me thirsty. Wow.
How pure is that?
Make yourself a drink.
Yeah.
That's how thirst works.
Yeah.
And I hope...
It does look like tasty looking
That,
gin. Thank you very much, man. That's really cool.
You're very
Thank
welcome. I hope that Captain Soro is nice and drunk. Being that on his streams, he rather stupidly has erred, and one of his channel points things to redeem is get drunk.
Oh, shit, really?
He set the threshold way low the first time, and 3 people redeemed it, and he had to get hammered. So this time, he put it at 3,000 and was like, it'll take someone ages to get there. So, Captain Dickhead right here.
We're all in the army here. I love we're all in the military.
I bode my time, waited until I had the 3,000 that was necessary, and at 2 o'clock this afternoon when he started streaming, I was like, Bosh! You're getting pissed, mate.
So does that mean has he got pissed? Did we watch it? I mean, I don't know.
Well, he said he made the excuse that it was 2 o'clock and apparently that isn't the time to get drunk. I disagree.
I probably, honestly, I wouldn't have had that. I think.
Yeah,
Maybe
given
have
that
a drink.
he streams at that time every day, maybe don't have that as an option.
As a person that streams myself getting drunk every 2 weeks, that is probably the right amount of frequency.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. Love it.
We should probably have a redemption of get cocktails and bullshit 1 pissed for you.
Yeah.
Because that was another level.
Oh, God, Jesus.
I'm changing it so it only applies after 5 p.m. because you've ruined it. Yes! I love ruining things!
I like it. Do you know...
My day. But you better be pissed now is my point, because you weren't when I had to leave your stream at about 4:30-ish. So you better be hammered now, and I want video evidence.
So you said... So that was Hap?
Yes.
That was your
my memory that I didn't...
Oh, I see. No, thank you so much for that. Look, that looks
Redeem 1 dropped glass.
So fucking...
Someone
Redeem
watches
1.
the show.
Redeem 1 drop. Oh my God.
I got very tipsy and loving in the last hour. Yeah, I did see a bit of that. You did go into, oh, I fucking love you, mate. I fucking love you.
Redeem 1 drop. I thought the other day, oh my God. Can we put that in a clip?
Sheer destruction.
Jesus. Yeah, it was sheer. Sheared the top of that fucking glass off, straight off. God. I did wonder whether I should get myself my own, I'm going to make my quest to find myself like an unbreakable, excellent cocktail shaker setup that also doesn't screech metal on metal and deafen me. One of these, I'm going to find one and then I'm going to use it everywhere. And it's gonna be
ceramic?
wonderful.
That
Maybe.
do it?
I think that sounds breakable as well. I need something that's unbreakable. Unbreakable! Like Bruce Willis in that film, whatever it's called.
Just buy him a SpongeBob plastic beaker set. Actually, when I took your place on Cocktails and Bullshit because
Yes.
you were in France,
I was. What a lovely
I
time.
did it with, it was a glass, but also a solo cup.
Oh, okay.
You'd be hard pressed to break that, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
And it works perfectly.
I'd hope that I
It's a
would.
great seal on it.
Do you know? I might have to test some. I don't want to get into it right now, but so I won't. So, I'm just looking at your thing now. What other things have you got that's nap? Let's just say.
So
I can see something here, and I agree with it. By the way.
yes. So, and I'm sure we're going to get floods of agreement because everything I say is worth agreeing with. But especially in this case, what is nap is the new fucking Facebook layout.
Preach on.
What the fuck? And it doesn't get any better if you have a page, like a business page or a page in whatever kind of form you want
I
it.
fucking hate it.
try and actually post something on pages now. It's impossible. You've got to scroll down about 100 lines of text and then find the tiny make post box. Fuck it. I don't know why I still use Facebook.
Do you know?
It's probably because I'm old.
Well, I think, when you're trying to do this streaming thing, no kind of social media should be avoided. What I do love is how Captain Sora is like capitals all the way today. He's so angry. He's so really angry. I love it. This is by the way, this is the place to be for that. But what I was thinking about this is like, when Facebook first came along, they changed it partway through, and I'm like, fuck this shit, they're changing it, it's awful. Then after a while, I'm like, actually, this is all right. And then they changed it again. I'm like, fuck this shit, I love it the old way, it's awful. And then they changed it. And then it's been like this for a while now. So I'm like wondering whether I'll be the same and I'll eventually like this new way. I don't give a choice.
It was kind of like this, one or two weird updates.
Yeah.
Like, it just takes up so much space. Different. Like, the whole point of Facebook is the fucking posts, right?
Yeah.
So why is it such a tiny thing in the middle and all this bullshit on the side that nobody uses and doesn't have any useful buttons on it?
It's coming, though. It told me every time I load it up.
You can't do it now. It used to give you the option of, this is coming, but you can switch back to classic for now. No, it's fucking there now.
Fuck. Shit, guys. We're fucked.
Twitter are doing it too, making replies go to the top of the screen. What? Oh, yeah. I don't mind that so much. They just cloned the mobile layout. Ugh.
Never ever use it any other way than mobile.
I'm not pressing buttons for that.
It does look like a mobile layout. Huh.
Yeah. It's NAP.
It is NAP.
It's
the world
NAP
we're
of
living
the
in.
highest order.
It's shit. Terrible, terrible stuff. What have you written up there? I love reading it, by the way. Cockbox.
Cockbox. So...
Okay, this sounds like a fetish of yours, and I want to hear about it.
Well, that's the thing, There are things that I order from the internet that I don't want my neighbours to know what it is, okay?
You better believe it.
And today, one such delivery arrived, and there was a fucking picture of the product on the side of the box, right? So this is the box that was presented and was left on my doorstep. And I'm like... What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why are you broadcasting this on, to my entire street that I have bought this thing, okay?
Right.
So we're going to get in a bit...
Does that zoom in?
Yeah, we're getting a bit closer.
Oh. Do you know that? You bought a Dalek arm.
What have I bought, chat? Let me know.
What is that? I really want... Okay, listen. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. I still don't know what it is.
It's basically an extension lead of,
some sort of extension
fuckload of plugs. But you tell me that if you saw it at a distance...
From a distance.
That doesn't look like something completely different.
Do you know what? My neighbours can go fuck themselves. I'm going to order crazy shit and they can look at it if they want.
Apparently now my neighbours are going to think that I go fuck myself.
Oh, it's that sort of level of improvisation that you get on this
clip
show.
that.
You can expect more of that here. Subscribe, etc.
Coming soon to Twitch.
We're so... Oh, my goodness.
I will be using that delivery
you better believe.
tomorrow night.
Oh, my God. Cockbox.
What's NAP for you?
There's one thing that's NAP for me, and this is the thing I was talking about. Right, so... Oh, man. I wanted this to be good. So, what is NAP for me? I went with Captain Brilliant at the end of our wonderful little holiday, full of wonderful wine and other shit and stuff like that, hanging out and stuff. On the way back from Somerset, we decided to stop in at Cineworld to see a film we both wanted to see, a new Christopher Nolan film, which has come out called Tenet. And I'm telling you now, I just want to... I mean, you know where this is going because it's in the NAP section, but let me just save you some fucking money because Tenet is shit, all right? Don't bother going to see Tenet.
Jez does the solo tango, he's named that clip.
Jez does the solo tango.
Lovely.
I love it. I wonder what that was for a moment.
I'm just going to throw out there, that vision is in your minds now, so you can enjoy that.
Jez does the solo tango.
Anyway, carry on.
The solo tango. Everyone's saying it's awful. Oh, well, I'm so glad I'm on board with it.
I've only seen posters for it, and there are people in masks, and I'm like, I'm not going to go to the cinema for what I can see by looking out my
I mean,
window.
to give you some
timing,
perspective,
guys.
I mean, right, so Christopher Nolan writes a lot of good stuff. He does a lot of good stuff. You think about some of the stuff that he's done. You know, Interstellar, I mean, not everyone was crazy about it, but it was very, very popular. And Prestige, that's an excellent fucking film. Prestige is amazing. And most importantly, I think the one that really nailed it for me was Inception. And I'm kind of presuming that everyone's seen these films, but if you haven't seen Inception, Inception is fucking wonderful. But imagine... Inception is a film where they set out the rules of the game. They set out the rules of like the time and the kind of movement through all this stuff and what they're doing and everything about it. And you are all taken along with it. The acting is on point. The soundtrack is amazing. Everything about it is a perfect example of film craftsmanship from Christopher Nolan. So Tenet is if he got every one of those points wrong. It is a messy fuck up of nonsense that never stops to explain itself. The only good thing in that film is the acting. The only good thing about that is the guy who's in Ballers and
Captain Toad only just spotted Jez's t-shirt.
So all I'm going to say, just save you some fucking time, right? What is nap? Tenet is nap. Just don't bother. I was talking to my girlfriend and she said, I went to see Tenet and I didn't understand it at all. And I presumed it was just me. And I was like, well, no, I don't know about that. I'll watch it. And I didn't get none of it makes any fucking sense. It is a fucking mess. It's chaos. Forget it. Don't bother. And you're thinking, I think I better go and see it just to check. Don't! Save yourself some money! Right.
The second half of 2020 is going to have some real nap movies.
Well, it started with this one.
Yeah, because they're saving all of the good ones that they've made for next year now.
Do you know, he apparently has been working on this for a decade. And I'm like, I think that's fucking overcooked, mate. And just like, it kept going back and back and delayed. And I'm just like, oh, stop.
And then he was like, I'll get in there while there's nothing in the cinema. Everyone will have to go and see this movie.
Now, I should have sent you this as a picture, but I only thought just last minute.
Just imagine you did.
Yeah, I just imagine I did. But like Tenet comes from, there's like a word square, which has Tenet through the center and Tenet going down from the top. It's like a 5x5 word square. It says, Sator, Arepo, Tenet, Opera, Rotas. So all these words are the same words backwards because Sator is Rotas backwards and Arepo is Opera backwards, right? And so they all read the same and essentially through the whole thing is Tenet, suggesting that it's the same forwards as backwards, i.e. parts of the film will be the same forwards as backwards. Very clever. And so as a result of all this stupid word square thing, which you'll have to look up, the main villain is called Sator, and then one of the places they go is called Rotas, and then the guy who does some sort of shit with some art is called Arepo. And it's just so excruciatingly contrived to go. Oh, thank you so much. You're fucking unbelievable. It's
so
like,
what you're saying, not only is it shit from start to finish, it's also shit from finish to start.
It's 2 for 2. Ah, that's amazing. Bam. Yeah, shit. Total shit. I like that one. You use that when I tell other people. Pretend it was mine.
It's all yours.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it.
Thanks very much. So there you go. That's what's hap and that's what's nap for me. Tenet's so fucking nap.
I feel like that was a pretty good This Is Happening.
I think so too.
That was probably one of our better This Is Happening.
I totally agree.
Where would you like to go next?
I feel like I'm in a hating mood.
Yeah?
So I want to hate on something.
Okay. So what we will do now is the segment that began as Don't Get Me Started when this podcast was called Covideo Killed the Radio Star.
Yes.
And then when we couldn't call it Don't Get Me Started anymore, we renamed it Thanks I Hate It.
We did.
But that wasn't really working.
No.
So now, this is the segment that we like to call Forever Haters Gonna Hate.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
Anyway, anybody got a better idea for the name of that segment, we'll change it a fourth time. So,
if anybody's got a better name for that segment, go and fuck yourself.
Sorry, I'm just like straightening myself out a little bit. Just like,
Which I says, oh shit, that's great. Why, thank you, sir.
He is unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You're on form. MVP, mate. Loving it. So, do you want to hate on something first, or would you like me to hate on it?
It seems like
hater's choice.
You are in a massive rage, so I'm just going to, continue that rage train. And I would like to know, as I remember, oh yeah, cool. You fucking hate this. How do you feel about REM?
Oh my god, I can't believe. All right, I'm so glad I picked the one I picked then. Fucking Irish. Do you know? Don't give me what we're saying now. Haters. You can't say haters gonna hate in a phrase now. Can I still say don't?
I think you close on haters gonna hate.
Oh, I see. We haven't used it yet. REM. Right. Yeah. Now, ostensibly, I love REM because I've been listening to them for ages. But oh my god, what a bunch of whiny, terrible, depressing fucks. Only could they be compared or bettered in terrible, depressing songs than Radiohead. But I think REM might actually fucking take it. And the other thing about REM is that I think they just did not know when to fucking stop. All right? When you are no longer a good band, you should stop producing music. I mean, there's lots of bands that fall into that trap. But after Bill Berry left, who was the drummer for REM, the whole thing just went downhill. But for some reason, they thought, do you know what? I saw a three-legged dog the other day. Which is not that interesting, except for the fact that when Bill Berry, the drummer, left REM, they said, do you know what? A three-legged dog is still a dog. It just has to learn to run a different way. Which was like their thing to suggest that REM would continue even if it was slightly disabled.
Even if it was maimed.
Even if it was maimed. And maimed it was, because with a session drummer, because Bill Berry's like one of the greatest drummers, it was absolutely terrible. It almost felt like the soul went out of REM and all their songs became immediately shit. So not only are they completely whining, completely depressing, but like the last quarter of their life is total shit. So do you know what? Haters gonna hate. How'd that work?
That's pretty good.
End like that.
I do
good.
feel like
yeah. Last I heard, they were overproduced as shit and they just shill out half-baked songs. Yeah, you're not wrong, Captain Soro. They are,
the best thing about REM
yes,
is when Beavis and Butthead took the piss out of them on their...
They did. Yes, they did. Yes, that is true.
That was Hat.
Yeah, it was Hat.
They'd throw a hat for that.
I love it. Is REM still relevant? No, they broke up. No, they are not. They are not relevant anymore.
The dog is dead.
Yeah, there's no legs on the dog. It's just a body and a head, and just sitting around listening to Up and wondering if it's a good album. Answer: it isn't. I'm trying to think what the other album's really bad. Oh shit, what was that? Oh, it's just gone from my brain. Accelerate is bad. The one before it was bad. Stop it. Oh my god. I can't even imagine. Just even the thought of it makes me angry. All of them. Yes, all of them are shit. They're so terribly shit. Everything about it. I don't know why I was such a fan for such a long time. Duped. That's what it is. It even feels like every album since 1979 till 2000 and shit. 2000 and shit.
2000 and shitty.
2000 and shit.
Music is so last year. We smash our heads against concrete in 2020.
No, I don't even listen to music anymore. I'm so certain I'll be disappointed when music comes on. I just stop listening to it immediately. I put my fingers in my ears. So yes, fuck REM. Fuck it in its three-legged dog ass.
You might want to explain how this segment works for anybody that hasn't tuned in before.
Oh yeah, good point. Right, so this this segment
for any REM fans out there.
For any REM, please don't go. We can talk about REM later. We are given subjects to hate on. Okay,
we must hate on.
We must hate on.
There is no recourse.
No, and I will then accept everything that you say in the comments as being true and bad. Which means that tonight on REM is shit. REM is shit. I mean, that is such a niche show. I mean,
I don't see it getting a second season.
No. REM is shit. Yes. So yeah, that's how the segment works. I give you a subject, and then you can tell me what you think.
Yes. I gave him a subject that he actually likes and has to hate on, and now he is going to reciprocate.
I am. REM job. Like rim job.
Rem job.
Rem job. This happens when you're in the deepest sleep. Someone licks your arsehole.
That's because everybody hurts. That Falley's in there.
I like. Were you googling loads of different things? Like, what can work with this?
What songs do they do?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
He's not a shiny, happy person.
Hey, that could have worked.
That's me out. Those are the three.
Stuff I'm going to ban you. Okay, so I was wondering what you thought of Crash Team Racing.
Of Crash Team Racing?
Yes.
Well, it's basically just a fucking rip-off of Mario Kart, isn't it? Like, they had a winning formula with their Crash Bandicoot games, and they're like, hey, people like this character. How can we totally fuck this up and really piss off fans of the racing genre while also pissing off Nintendo and everybody else involved?
Yep.
Oh, we can take our characters, put them into karts, and make them fight each other, or race each other, I suppose, is what you do in karts.
Yes.
But if that wasn't enough, we are going to attach weapons to the vehicles.
Hey, yeah.
But you can't actually see the weapons. So the shit that you're throwing around just comes from absolutely nowhere.
Doesn't make any sense.
You're just driving along, and all of a sudden, you've been locked onto with a fucking heat-seeking missile. You're driving along, minding your own business, and right up your ass goes a cannonball. It's such a contrived bullshit game. It's so contrived that they decided to remaster it, to relive the pain all over again.
Rerun the
20
fun.
years later.
Yep.
Like, it's such bullshit. And anybody who plays it, anybody who might have it as a favourite game of all time, what utter pricks.
What a twat.
What an utter bellend.
Unbelievable. Well, see, that's how that segment works. I feel glad I picked. Thanks for letting me know what you thought about Crash Team Racing.
No problem. I've got another one for you.
Oh, no. Really?
I do.
Go on, then.
Because I couldn't decide between the two. So I'm like,
okay.
fuck it. I'll just give him two. I would like to know, and you've touched on it already, but I don't think you've been true to yourself, really.
No, God,
I would like to know how you feel about camping.
Oh, no. Right, so camping ostensibly has this lovely feeling that you're going to be out in the sun.
Shiny, happy feeling.
Shiny, happy feeling. Having a wonderful time. But actually, just like, when you get there, you set your camp up, it's really nice. But then everything is degrading since then. We had some nice weather the other day, but that is not the norm. Especially in England, it's often really shitty weather. I've gone LARPing so much. I've been live action role playing for years, and it's more often rainy shit in England and snowy shit at other times, horrible shitty weather, than anything else. But you still have to camp in it. Not only that, you can't get your pegs in the fucking ground, and once you've put all your stuff up beautifully, it doesn't remain like that. All your stuff just falls over. You can't really get any signal because you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So you can't stream, you can't message anyone, you can't text anyone. So everything you have to do is like a diet or discount version of the version you do in the real world. It's like, don't worry, we'll take a kettle along and we'll put it on a little kind of camping stove. The camping stove is total shit. Everything that with camping next to it is total shit. Camping mattress. That means shit mattress. Okay? Camping stove, shit stove. You know, camping gas, shit gas. Right? Everything, camping means shit. Just in case.
It's a synonym, you're saying.
It's a synonym. Yes, that's exactly it. A synonym. It's good. Yes, that's what it is. So that's what it is about it. So, but it's sold to you, this concept, because you have in your head, oh, it'll be a beautiful, wonderful time. I'm such a real.
Novichar says, I wonder what it would be like if I didn't have a nice, safe place to live.
yeah, exactly. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where it's just like, we need shelter. Not in a tent, you don't. It's bullshit. One time it was so cold, it was icy inside my tent. Like, the tent did not protect me from anything. I'm just like, what's on my pillow? Oh, it's ice. What the fuck happened? One time we went, and someone had a piss in my tent. That's how bad it was. I woke up and there was piss in my tent. There's no protection in a tent. People just come along and piss in your tent.
Pistection.
Oh, it's terrible. One time, at band camp, someone pissed in my fucking tent. Everything about camping promises so much, but it's just a horrible, smelly, farty, shitty, crap discount version of your regular life. Stay in a hotel, you cheap fuck. Jesus. Was that good enough?
Yeah, I think that was...
Haters gonna hate on camping.
That was pretty good.
But it's shit.
Good way to bang out outdoors, though.
You don't need a tent to bang outdoors.
No, what you need is one of these.
I took that with me, actually. It made the camping experience so much better. That's a camping dildo. A shit dildo. But it was shitty after I used it. Anyway, so... You're all thinking it. Do you know what? Have I found your limit, Captain Sora? Because normally you're much more...
Yeah, he's...
No, I don't believe it for a second. He's worse than me.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
clip.
a clip.
Everything's a clip.
Do it.
You should spend your time around me.
Yeah, just clip everything in this show.
By the way, I really
Let's
want to
have
go see
all
if
the
I can
clips.
find the other light, because that light's run out of lighty battery. But there's
Okay.
nothing we can do now. I don't think. I mean, I just want to say that
It isn't so bad.
I just want to say, isn't it a bit big? Are you? You mean Jez's?
My plug. No, well, I need to plug loads of things in, Charlotte. You know. I've got my PlayStation 3, I've got my Xbox, I've got my computer, I've got several phone chargers.
I'm sick with this.
Like, I would have preferred that this be bigger, actually, Charlotte. That's not big enough for me. I
Isn't it a
prefer
bit big?
it to be bigger.
It just goes to show what Charlotte is used to in size. If that's
Yeah, it's not saying much. For
and it
Captain
really does. It's
Sorrow,
like,
is it?
isn't that a bit big? It's like, oh.
Awkward.
Anyway,
Where shall we go now?
hey, listen. Why don't we go for what's the? I can't remember what it stands for. Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole? Let's go
Okay.
with that one.
You better believe I've got a new sting for that.
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
So much fun. Your stings are just the best. I love it.
Okay.
Suggesting that he's even my type. I don't know what he said after that. It's gone up a bit. But yes, I swear to God, he's going to die tonight. We all
Okay,
heard
that
it. Oh, is this one for me to read?
Yeah, it will be when we go to that.
Okay, cool. I've got it ready.
Okay, so for those who weren't here last week, we were doing something
Do you want to explain
else.
it while I see if I can find another light
Go
thing?
for it, yeah.
You explain it slowly.
We were doing something else. I can't even remember what we were doing. But, it was Wank Basket of the Week. And my Wank Basket of the Week came from Reddit. Okay. My
You can
Wank
go
Basket of the Week came from Reddit. And it was from the subreddit. It burns! The subreddit. I forgot what it's called now. Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole?
Which is basically people. Quick, he's having a stroke. This would be a really good time to throw out that acronym that you're supposed to use for strokes, but I can't remember it.
Is it face? Is it fast? It's face, isn't it?
I think it's fast.
Because face is like your face.
Yeah,
Is
but
it
it's
fast?
Because
Face.
that's how you have to act. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Kara says fast. And she only watches adverts. She doesn't watch TV shows. She only watches
Fast.
adverts.
What does it stand
so
for?
She would know.
I don't know. BGs? Man, that's a long acronym. It's not the acronym for if you're having a stroke.
I don't know where that came from.
No, I love it though.
Just going to throw that out there.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about staying alive thing, but I'm presuming that I don't know. He means that. He means the
compressions.
Yeah.
For that's for CPR. That's not for
fuck him.
stroke.
Absolute wanker shit heel deserves it. Time to nick his wallet.
Love you too, Captain Sorrow. Anyway, back to topic. So, Am I the Arsehole is a subreddit in which people go on there with their stories where either people have given them hate or it doesn't quite sit right with them, the things that they've done, and they ask the question, based on what they've said, am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole?
Or is, the people around them the arsehole? So we are going to look at a couple, and we're going to answer that question with your help,
Yes.
chat. So this first one is
This is
my
short.
one.
Oh, okay, come.
Okay. So I'll read it out. Some are hilarious, yes. Some are damn right it's awful.
This is a segment now, so you're going to love it.
So I have a very unique sense of style. I always wear black dresses and lace and black ribbons. All of this is true. I don't own an item of clothing that isn't black. I have long straight hair that I dye black, and we get it, she wears a lot of black. A few days ago, I had a get-together with a few friends. One of them brought his brother, whom I hadn't met before. Correct use of whom. When the brother came in, he immediately started acting strangely towards me, seeming very nervous and stuff. Fine, I understand I look a little different, but I tried my best to make him feel welcome. A few hours passed, and the brother suddenly stated that my style was making him severely uncomfortable. He said that I reminded him too much of someone from his past that he associated trauma with.
Oh, Jesus.
He asked if I would be willing to take off my makeup and maybe change my clothes. It's a good job he asked it that way around, because otherwise it's definitely inappropriate. I was completely stunned and just said no.
Good.
The brother got extremely upset and told me he knew he was being unreasonable, but I looked too much like that person in his past, and please just take off the makeup at least. I continued to refuse, and he eventually left in tears. Our friend group is divided, with half knowing that my style is huge on who I am, and the other half stating that it was only for a few hours and it wasn't a big deal. But I think it was. If I had done it once, it would have set a precedent for every time this guy came over, and I would have to dress and look completely different. If he was so uncomfortable with my style, then his brother should have warned him. Am I the arsehole?
Okay, well, I think we know the answer to this one. Does anybody want to chip in whether she's an arsehole? I presume it's a she, by the way.
Yes.
Might not be. I mean,
yes,
anyone can wear all that black, but I was just taking a guess. Because,
I mean, there are several things here, as far as I'm concerned. Like, A, maybe you should change your style anyway, and mix it up a bit.
well, I mean,
Just gonna
people
throw
like
that
black.
out.
It's
People
very
do
goth,
like black.
isn't it?
It's
Fucking
a
be
very
who you want to
gothic-
be. There we are.
Absolutely.
Straight. Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, what? So I walk in jeans and a t-shirt, and I might look a bit like
Some other jeans
some
and a
other
t-shirt.
dude.
Like,
It's like, excuse me, can you go and change your clothes? You're causing me trauma.
this is...
I'm all for like accommodating people's triggers wherever possible.
I'm not, I think
but there, but there is a line, right?
I mean, like, it's such bullshit. Am I the arsehole? No, of course you're not the arsehole. You wear these clothes and some guy comes in and goes, oh yeah, there's this niche thing that you didn't know about it, but I need you to change. No, you don't have to change who you are. Like, when we tell that guy to go fuck himself. Jesus, get a fucking grip. What a dick. No, you're not the arsehole. But you did say at the beginning that she had a very unique sense of style. And it's either unique or it's not unique. It's not very or partially unique. Just saying that's the misunderstanding of the word unique. Which is the only arseholish thing she did. And, you know, even that's just a...
She got home right.
She did, so she's redeemed. But hey, look, you want to wear black? Wear black. That's your style. I love it. It's like several of my friendship group are like split on this. And I'm like, several of your friendship group are fucking wrong, mate.
Is that a bigger load of bullshit than the double dipping from last
Oh, mate, that's even worse. Just like, who comes in and goes, by the way, you don't know me, and you've no reason to know that I have some trauma based on probably a girl that I used to go out with and she cheated on me, but she wore all black, but I'd like you to change for me. It's like, no, you need to leave the fucking room and not come back.
Alex, that reminds me actually. I once really had a massive falling out with somebody that wore a plaid shirt. Could you go and change?
I would, just for you. Yeah, of course I would. Do you just want me to take the clothes off? It's like, I understand that.
I'll give Karis credit for prompting that to me in the chat.
Do you want me to read my one?
Yes, but first, let me...
Okay, is that up there? Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm going to read this. So, for a bit of background, we are all in our mid-20s and live in the USA. America! Me and two of my friends rent out a decent-sized house, and we had a get-together. Good for you. My roommate is friends with these two girls, call them Kate and Jess, and they invite with them a new friend, call her Ashley. Now, Ashley, when she comes over, I see that she is recording us, and I thought she was just posting to her Instagram and Snapchat. I don't pay attention to any of it, really. I notice she is just videotaping a lot. So I'm like, Kate, can you check on your friend, like, what's going on? Turns out, she thought that the UK flag we have hanging in our living room was a Confederate flag. And she was getting... I read this. And she was getting evidence against us. When she found out that it wasn't, everyone just acted like it was a huge joke. But I got pissed, like, for real. You think we're racist? Yet invite you over to our house where you have our hospitality and our food/alcohol. In the meanwhile, you are getting evidence to ruin our livelihoods. I don't want anyone like that in my house at all. Capitals. So I make a scene and get her to leave. I wonder what that scene is. That doesn't explain what the scene is. Kate and Jess say it was just a misunderstanding. I was like, no, there wasn't. There's principle behind it. Some of our friends have came to Ashley's side, but I don't see how you can support her. Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on in this letter at all.
So basically, right,
These guys, they've got a UK flag.
They've got a
hanging,
Union Jack hanging in their house.
and they're American. They've got a Union Jack hanging there, which is
Yeah.
strange, but it's fine. You can have whichever flag you want. She thinks it's a Confederate flag.
Mm-hmm. Which obviously has the connotations of the American Civil War, in which one side, the Confederate side, were fighting to keep all of their African American slaves,
Right.
and the other side, the side that won, the side that is now America, didn't.
Sounds like that Ashley needs to learn what flags look like. Nova, you fucking legend.
I mean, if let's imagine for 1 second that it was a Confederate flag,
Yes.
and hanging that in your house is not okay.
Yes.
But at the same time,
Yes.
why didn't she just say, "Hey, motherfuckers, why the fuck have you got a Confederate flag hanging in your house?" Rather than fucking recording video to get evidence. Evidence of what? Evidence for what? What's she going to do? Take them to twat court or something?
It's like, hear ye, hear ye. I have evidence. Yeah, twat court.
People of Instagram, I have found and racist.
Exhibit A.
This flag. Oh, they should have let her present the evidence. It would have been classic.
Evidence against this. When she found out it wasn't, everyone's like, "Oh, hey, that's cool. She was just dumb and she thought you were racist. You're not racist, really." Like, no, you're not arseholes. I just think the whole thing is nonsense. By the way, like, I don't get this at all. Like, Confederate flag. Maybe they just really, really like the Dukes of Hazzard. Because, like, they had a Confederate flag on the top of the General Lee, and everyone was fine with that. Maybe that was better in the 80s. Who knows?
Times have changed.
They have. Just do good, old boys. Where you have... By the way, the grammar kind of starts to fall apart. Cajun Jess says it was just a misunderstanding.
I corrected the grammar last week. I felt that as this now has become a segment, it should just be copied and pasted verbatim.
So it's a bit like if we had like a swastika, and it was just like on like a kind of a... on my wall.
That's pretty much the same.
But actually, it was just the kind of
swastika is a little.
I mean, it probably isn't. I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but I'm just trying to think of something I
think it is closer than.
And people came round,
anything else.
And it turned out it was just that kind of like the other way that what's that? Loudest voices are often heard. A shame idiots like to shout.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. She was filming and like everyone else was okay with it. It's almost like the world is used to everyone recording their lives. Yeah. What fucking pricks.
She comes in, she's like, "Oh shit, that's a Confederate flag. I need to get my phone out."
Oh my god.
No one's going to fucking believe that this happened.
I bet this is the kind of guy that double dips his own chips.
Confederate flags and monuments are in debate here now.
Yeah, debate.
Confederate flag is pretty close to a swastika, says Eddie Stone. Statues are illegal. Time to paint the walls with our shit again. Yeah, so I know. I mean, you come into their house, you start filming. Why don't you just leave?
Just go.
If I went round to someone's house and
they had a swastika up on them, I'd be like, "Hey,
and
this is a shit place.
I'll see you later. Bye." I wouldn't say, "Do you know what? I better stay here because no one's going to believe this." I'd just leave. Wouldn't you just leave? If someone was massively racist, you went to someone's house and they're like, "Hey, how's it going? Those blacks, we hate them, don't we?" I'd be like, "I'll see you later." So why would you stay?
Got to get that evidence, Alex.
Got to get the evidence.
Got to get the evidence.
A racist court.
To tell the Instagram.
People aren't going to believe it.
For some reason.
But also, she was quite hungry, so she's probably like, "Listen, I won't say..."
Yeah, they're massive racists, but they've got snacks.
But look at these snacks. Doritos, man, they got the spicy ones. And some dip, the same dip.
What
okay, I'll hold on.
Right, you walk into somebody's house and you see the swastika. What snack would have to be on the table for you to stay?
Mini Cornish pasties. If there's a mini Cornish nuggets and mini Cornish pasties, I'll debate with you the tenets of National Socialism for whatever until all of the snacks are gone, and then I'll leave and go, "Fuck you."
Maybe you can correct that behaviour.
Hey, that's possible.
For as long as they're snacks.
Whilst I'm eating, they probably can't hear what I'm saying. She'd have posted that shit everywhere and went ham.
I'd stay for anal. There you go. He's back.
See? Come on.
Welcome
I love
back,
he's like,
Captain
"Can't believe it,
Sorrow."
Alex said that shit." And it's like, "I'd stay for anal." There we are. Mini Cornish pasties. They're the worst Cornish pasties ever. Yeah, but people don't have big Cornish pasties as a snack. Mini Cornish pasties.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, well, I'm coming around to your house. Most of the time, they don't have like 8 Cornish pasties in a bowl. They normally have the small version. So you just get a little small version. Everything's a small version. Like mini sausage roll. Everything's small. They are. I'm sorry. Nobody ever. I have never been to one buffet where they've had a full-size Cornish pasty, except for the one that I provided because I bought a load of full-size Cornish pasties from work one time. But I am the exception. It is not usual.
When I was in school, we used to be able in year 11. We used to be able to escape into town.
No, we can't speak today. What's going on?
I know. No idea what Cornish pasties are, but I'm sure they're great.
Yes, once again.
How do you describe a Cornish pasty?
We should get a picture. Oh, they're wonderful. I'm so hungry right now, and I've eaten as well, and I want a Cornish pasty. Cornish pasties.
Puff pastry? Is it puff pastry?
I don't think it is puff pastry. It's
Short
like short
crust
crust pastry, yeah.
With
I'm holding my hands up like this doesn't help at all.
any kind of vegetable that shouldn't be in a foodstuff in the middle, with a little bit of minced beef that has been minced within an inch of its life and is now a paste.
Do you not like Cornish pasties?
I'd rather a corned beef pasty.
Huh.
Just dispense with the veg. I'm not really a fan of the vegetable.
Look at this: meat and potato in a pastry pocket.
Yes, it's kind of like a vegetable and beef calzone.
Yes, that's what it's like. A vegetable and beef calzone, but not a pizza
smaller.
base, but kind of like a pastry case.
Cat vomit in a pastry
It's
case.
very peppery.
Cheese and onion sounds better. Yeah, cheese and onion pasty.
Hey, you can put lots of stuff in a pasty. I happen to like the classic. But what they do is they make them about this big, and then when you have a little buffet and everything's tiny, you have lots of little versions.
Back to my story. We used to be able to go down into town in year 11 when I was in school, and there was a bakery.
Your junior year.
I
don't remember what we were watching. Anyway, carry on.
I'm just trying to see if that was accurate or not. I don't think it was.
Year 11, junior.
Yeah, it is my junior.
No. Your freshman is 9. Your sophomore is 10.
Year. No.
11 is junior.
We
were discussing this from the last stream. Sorry, this is totally unfair.
It's 3 years before the end. It's 3, whatever.
Who knows?
But this bakery that was piled into by the entire year group pretty much did mini Cornish, corned beef and cheese and onion pasties that were about yay big, as if you can get the perspective of that from...
It was a mini... I just think, oh man, you have lots of little tiny things. I think I would be okay with someone being racist at me if like anything in a buffet.
It was
really.
8 mini pasties for £1.
Oh my
in a
god!
bag.
Shit me, that's great.
And this was in 2000.
I'm trying to think of what other things I like at a. I mean, I like jalapeno poppers.
He was 15 years old. What's that in America?
Same shit
Same as it is here.
15, they don't have
15
different.
years old.
Yeah, jalapeno poppers. I like a bit of that. I'd stay for that. If they had jalapeno poppers, I'd be fine. They could
mozzarella sticks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mozzarella sticks would keep me.
Do you know? Eddie Stone once went to get a very, 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 very super cheap holiday as long as he stayed to listen to the pitch for the timeshare. Right, you hear about this stuff? They say, come, we'll give you a free holiday, but you have to stay for half an hour to listen for our hard sell, and then you go, no, I don't want the hard sell, and you fuck off and you have your free holiday.
We did that in Vegas.
Oh, really? So there you go. And you're exactly the kind of person it's perfect for, because you won't fucking take any of
I
that
am
shit.
a stubborn-ass motherfucker.
I know, right? And me too. So,
but also, I'm also easily sold on stuff.
So it was a close run thing.
So it was, I almost walked away with the timeshare. Anyway, carry on.
I was just going to say, like, imagine if you went round to a racist party buffet and they're like, listen, you can have as much mini fillets, food, sausage rolls, mini Cornish pasties as you like, but you've got to listen to our racist...
After this, you've got to tell us where a Jew is in your name.
You know, you have to, just going to give you the hard sell.
I'll map myself.
You have to listen to our racist rants for half an hour, but you can eat as much KFC as you want. I'd be fine with that. Oh, 11, see, junior.
Yeah, but they're older than us. So, junior and senior is years 12 and 13 of sixth form. So, I was a sophomore. That's year 11. Freshman is year 10. So, we were wrong earlier when we were talking about year 9 is not freshman.
Do you know
year
what?
10 is freshman.
I would say, we were talking about this earlier because we were watching Nova Charter stream. But, like...
which you should all do.
You really all should.
Go and follow Nova Charter right now. Yeah. Everyone in the chat.
If only for his wonderful LED lights that you can...
Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, actually, but when he reaches the affiliate threshold of 50,
Yes.
he will celebrate by streaming in one of the, forgotten the official name for it again, Nova Charter, sorry, one of the dress uniforms from Star Trek.
Shit,
TNG.
really?
Yeah.
I don't follow him, but I'll be following him. You better believe it. I love this shit.
We need to get him to that so that he wears the dress. Scant uniform. There you go. He tells me every time, but I
love
have
it.
no memory.
Yeah. What I think is interesting is when we as British people watch coming of age American dramas like any sort of like kind of American Pie or Pretty in Pink or any of that sort, any of your John Hughes kind of stuff, and they're like, oh my god, he was a senior and she was a freshman. I can't believe they're getting together. And I'm like,
He was a skater boy.
no perspective. Absolutely. It's like, what, she's a freshman and she was a sophomore? That was my senior year in high school. I'm like,
Can't be
oh,
fucked.
fucking couldn't understand anything. I'm like, is that good? Sophomore sounds like you're in the second year of college. So how is that lower than a senior? And I'm like, fuck it. No one's having sex. They're all
You
in
have
fight.
scant memory.
Oh dear.
That's what I think of that.
Do you want to?
Well, yeah, we're doing a podcast, not just chatting shit.
Oh no, that is what we're doing, but I'm really enjoying it. So thank you very much for saying things, because that's how it works.
But we are down to our last segment.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone with a bit of a longer one this time. We are going to play a little game that Captain Sora named for us that I've forgotten the name of.
This is Dubby Dub Dub.
What a load of dubbish.
What a load of dubbish.
That was totally Kennedy. In this segment, we play. Thank you, Duff Valley and Captain Sora. That was a woman's voice. Fuck me, nothing gets past Duff Valley, does it?
That was a woman's voice, my lord.
You understand the joke now.
It wasn't Kennedy's voice. That was not Kennedy's voice.
In this segment, we play a clip from history, be that a film or whatever. It could even be last week history. Just a clip. I should have just said a clip.
We're playing a clip.
I'm talking shit. And it hasn't got any sound because we are going to provide the soundtrack.
Badly. Oh well, who knows?
We'll find out, I guess.
We need your inspiration for what we're talking about.
So, last time round, I was the woman
I'll be the woman then.
and you were the man. So we'll
This
switch
is our
it.
life, really. Sometimes one of us is a woman and one of us is a man, and we swap places. That's why he bought that. Yes, he's never miss a trick. I love it. Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, so the way that this works is we need some topics of conversation, something to chat about. Alex's great girl voices.
I know, right?
I've heard them in the night.
Oh, I'm really good at it.
So, in the chat, throw us out some topics of conversation. What are we going to be talking about as we overdub this thing? Strictly? Well, that'll be a short fucking conversation. Hey, have you watched that show Strictly? No.
Hey,
there you go.
no, save it for the dub.
End of clip.
That's just how it starts. It's just amazing.
All right, so we'll incorporate Strictly. Give us some more.
Cheesemaker's new cheese.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
More.
include all the
More.
stuff we've been talking
Yeah,
about so
do it.
far. How long is this clip, by the way?
This is longer. I think it's about 2 minutes,
Oh,
maybe
man,
two
that's
and
a long
half
time to
minutes,
improvise
so-
for.
But there's some great expressions in it.
Okay, so I have to try and talk when her mouth is open.
That's the idea. Yeah.
That's the bit I struggle with. Strictly cheese. Bill and Ted 3. Fucking hell. Being a young freshman. What's stuck to your pan? What the fuck is that? I'm never going to remember any of this.
I
Right.
think we might have enough now.
Let's go for it.
So, if you would like to lean in a bit closer so you can see, feel free.
Yeah, cool.
It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I will. Thank you.
And I will
Sorry,
find the
excuse me.
button. Here we go. Hello. I would like to discuss my cheesemaker with you.
Your cheesemaker? Is he?
Oh, are you going to get to the point at any point here, my fair lady? Or are we going to be stuck waiting for the cheese?
The cheese? I don't have any cheese here. Do you know, I've been waiting in this buffet.
Well, while you were out going to watch Bill and Ted 3, I thought you might have picked up some cheese. I have it to cook it in my pan.
No, I went to that racist. He didn't have any left. I stayed for ages. I couldn't believe the kind of...
Oh, the racist? The one with the dildos? What has he done this time? Is he gone down?
Oh, I'll tell you what he's done. He ordered them. I'm going now. I've had enough. I'm going to go and... Look, I think I've got that huge dildo here.
Just be quiet. Put your hair up and prepare for the dildo, will you? If you haven't got the cheese, you might as well make yourself useful in some way. The cheese would have got stuck to the pan now I think of it. So maybe I'm better off without the cheese. Maybe the cheese should be on you.
The cheese on me? Is that the kind of fetish you like? Well, if that's the kind of...
Yes, very much the type of thing that I like. I don't care, really. I'll do whatever. I'll take that dildo from the post and I'll stick it right in the cheese. What you do with it from there, quite frankly, is up to you.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
It better be fine. This is in black and white, so it's a long time ago. So you have to do everything I say. Don't cry about it. This is just the way things are in 1949. You'll just have to like it, or burn a bra, or something.
I don't have any bras left. You made me burn them all.
Yes, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
Right.
Oh, there's a third person. Hello, I'm here about the dildo. Oh, yes, she mentioned the racists would be coming by. Yes, well.
Both characters now. That's... Well, thanks very much. I don't want to drink yours. It's a Philadelphia story. Your dildo's in the post, old man. Go fuck yourself.
On a scale of 1 to
mate,
shit, how is that for you?
You had every line in that. I just like... Oh, man, there was one bit where I didn't have to say anything, and you just had to keep talking. That's quite hard. So, congrats, mate.
Next time.
Yeah, give him some
find
hats.
the clip.
I'll find the clip.
Okay,
I'll see if I can find
that.
a clip.
You like that. I'll do my best, but I'm very thirsty now.
I'm not surprised. I have some of my coffee. Coffee?
Right, so...
How are we doing for time? We've gone through everything, right?
We have been broadcasting for about an hour and
I love
5
that segment.
minutes.
Thank you. I'm glad you love that segment.
So we can call it quits here, or I can use another fancy new button. Whee! Thanks for the bits.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! More on Ric Flair
Styling and profiling.
coming soon. If you like Ric Flair, if you know who Ric Flair is, stay tuned for more Ric Flair fun on my gaming streams.
Be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's all I'm going to hint at this point. So as I was saying, we can call it quits,
Or we can do the thing you're going to say.
or we can do the thing that I was going to say. Should we do the thing that I was going to say?
Fucking hell, Duff Valley has redeemed a 5-second pose. Game streams only.
Yeah, so you're going to have to wait for that for tomorrow.
Ah.
Tune in tomorrow
To watch that
this
5-second pose. I'm sat next to Ric Flair. I sat next to Ric Flair at a bar in Montreal, Canada once. Oh my god.
As if Nova Charter wasn't cool enough, he just goes and fucking
What a
throws that
claim
in
to
there.
fame. A lame.
Woo!
Oh, I love that. I want to know if he said anything to him. I would just like... Mind you, by the way...
Does that mean you
Ric
get to
Flair
give each other chops?
Ric Flair doesn't really make any sense anymore. So I don't know if this is what he would have said even if he had a conversation.
Tell you what, I don't know how you feel about it.
What's
but
that?
I did say game streams only because there are some things that aren't really suitable for podcasts, so I threw that in there. But I don't know if you want to do a Ric Flair based 5-second pose just for Duff Valley.
I can do that. I'm trying to think of what he would do. Well, other than put you in a figure 4 leg lock, chop you, spin around in my bathrobe. I don't think of many Ric Flair things I would do other than say woo a lot.
So
I know what I can do.
I'm just going to mute the mic so I can tell Alex my idea.
A few moments later.
So just for you, Duff Valley, and for those with the benefit of flash photography, we present this 5-second pose entitled Woo!
Are we going to be able to see? No, we can't be seen. We have to be small.
I'm going to have to sit down.
Have to do it small.
Woo! Woo!
That's 5 seconds.
And scene. Now then, what I was saying is we have a segment that we can pull out of our ass whenever we like, as long as I push the button and it works properly, in which we look at the trending topics right now on Twitter And we just see what's out
We
there.
can see what's
Chat about it,
and then
take
wrap
the
it
piss.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the piss. Love on some stuff. Hate on some stuff. Throw out some naps. Throw out some haps. And let's press a button.
What's trending? Can you see what's trending on that? Because I can't.
I can. So let me.
Is
just
she a wrestler too? Who? What? Charlotte Flair?
Yes.
Charlotte Flair is
definitely.
She was like the champion for a long time, I
a
thought.
wrestler. So we've got Misguided Rap Party at number 1. I'm Yes Because at number 2. Pretty Little Prize at number 3. Premier League Darts at number 4. The Maldives.
Maldives.
Can't read that one. Peter Wright, Megan, Donny, Scottish Tory 6, Romero, David Blaine, Bale. There's
Fucking
obviously
hell.
some soccer on because there's lots of soccery ones here.
Scottish Hero 6. Scottish Tory.
Scottish Tory 6.
So it's like a sequel to Big Hero 6.
Led to that one. It's why 6? Why Scottish
It's
Tory 6?
A lot of kind of like hero things, hero kind of like stables are often 6 of them together.
Yeah, I mean, there's the film Big Hero 6.
I know. And there's the Sinister 6 who are a bunch of villains. So maybe they thought to themselves, listen, we want to be even more arseholes, let's get together and give ourselves a good name. I don't even know.
Probably the truth of the matter.
I reckon it's Premier League Darts. Bloody darts. Darts is amazing, isn't it? Darts is like nothing else, like no other sport on TV.
Yeah.
It's sensational.
Darts is like if you were playing chess and you're like, hey, this isn't enough like pro wrestling.
Yeah. Isn't it just like, can you imagine if they made chess like darts and someone walked in like strutting down?
Because they actually have like proper entrances and entrance music.
Yeah, they do.
I can't even remember who it was, but one of them had Triple H's like Time to Play the Game.
Oh my God,
music.
that'd be
No, they
amazing.
didn't. They had King of Kings because it was. It's not going to come to me. There are some northern people in the chat. You love darts.
Phil the Power Taylor. That's the only one I know.
Who was the guy that had King of Kings by Motorhead as their entrance music?
I'd love if they know that. I just think darts is just. I mean,
It's very niche, but also in this country, especially, people are like, yeah, darts. Darts is the thing.
Stephen
Steve-
Dartman.
Dartman.
Please tell. I really want someone called to be called that. It's like, if you guess, Bill Snookerman. Yeah.
I've been to the darts at Ali Pali, got so drunk I couldn't go to the evening games. That's how you do darts, as far as I'm concerned. You did darts right.
Yeah, right? Because they all get drunk. I remember watching the international kind of European darts, and it was on a massive arena like Wembley Arena. It was huge. And it was just like, and a bunch of people, a bunch of them were supporting this Dutch guy. And because the Dutch are obsessed with orange, everyone was just in orange.
Yeah.
And I think he came out to like...
Is it Raymond van Barneveld? Is that the guy?
Oh, God, mate. I couldn't tell you. But he came out, I swear he came out something like Sweet Caroline. Like, they all have big senses of... Fucking Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline. And everyone's loving it. I'm just like... More time is spent doing that than the actual darts. You know, the darts have wrapped up pretty quickly. It's all just the other stuff. I love it.
I'm sure Novachat is in the chat going, what?
What
the
is
fuck?
darts? What is darts? I feel like I don't want to leave
We
it.
were paying more attention to the guys dressed as wrestlers doing the moves. Nice.
Michael Van Gerwen.
That certainly sounds like a name.
Hey, sounds Dutch to me. Definitely sounds Dutch. I know what darts are. I know what darts are, you
Yeah,
dickhead.
but have you seen any professional...
He's been in an Irish bar in Boston. They're all Irish bars in Boston.
There you go.
He probably knows more about darts than we do.
To be fair, he seems to know more about the United Kingdom than we do.
Yeah, it's true.
So
When we were watching
major
him earlier, I
kudos.
was just wondering, like,
Charlotte's dad is a big darts fan.
dads love darts,
How
don't
to
they?
say this without being insulting? Having met Charlotte's dad,
You're
that
not-
is not a shock. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I've never been to see the darts, but I would absolutely go.
I would absolutely go. When I I concur. When I lived in Cardiff and I lived with Martin. Martin is huge into darts.
Oh, really?
And we always talked about.
Look at this. O'Brien and Bashir played darts all the time. Talk
Oh,
about
there you go.
bring it on back.
There you go.
Bring it on back.
Don't get me Star Trek.
They did.
I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Between Star Trek and Charlotte trying to interrogate me.
What the hell are you trying to say there, Jeremy? I think he's suggesting. I don't know. Your dad is a fan of Cornish pasties. I think that's what he's suggesting. Is that the consumption of it to the?
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
All beers come in 4-pint jugs.
They do.
Shit, that sounds amazing. I mean, I don't drink a lot of beer, but if I was there, I'd have to join in, you know?
That much isn't fully true.
What, that he doesn't like
Cornish pasties.
Cornish pasties? Who doesn't like Cornish pasties? It's just ultimate.
I don't.
I know, but I've done. What's wrong with you? What is wrong? You and
I
Keris.
suppose I don't dislike them.
Keris is really doesn't.
There
like
are
them.
better pasties. If I'm going to have a pasty, it's going to be corned beef or cheese.
I guess my point is I don't care.
He works for a subsidiary of Ginster's, so it balances out. He couldn't really hate Cornish pasties.
He can't. He doesn't eat Cornish.
Charlotte's really offended by the idea that her dad likes Cornish pasties.
No, I hate them. Look, when I say Cornish pasties, by the way, it's a catch-all for anything in that shaped thing. I don't really like cheese and onion, all that stuff. It just means that sort of biteable, although I do like the meat one.
You're a pastryist.
Yeah. You come around and there's a big fucking pastry flag on the wall, and everyone comes in and goes, "Oh, this is awkward. Alex really likes fucking pastries." I'm like, "Yeah, what fucking of it?" Freak out. What else is on this thing? Megan?
Hot pocket. Yeah, a
hot pocket.
A hot pocket is a
Fucking
good
hell.
equivalent, except not really hot and definitely not lava
Look
like
at
a
this.
hot pocket is.
Trending, David Blaine. David Blaine soars above the Arizona desert holding just helium balloons. Shit me. Are we going to see the untimely demise of David Blaine?
Untimely.
Untimely.
That dude should have died back in 2000 when he was on top of ledges and encasing himself in ice or whatever.
Genuinely, we'd rather starve.
He doesn't even eat sausage rolls half the time. Like, okay, Charlotte.
I believe you. He doesn't eat sausage rolls.
It's all good.
He wouldn't last at the racist banquet. He'd be out. Do you know what I mean? Get in there. It's like, we'd like to talk to you about... No, nothing in this buffet is for me.
No.
Says Charlotte's dad. I'm out. Just email me the broad strokes, the précis of your racist tenets. Generally would
Too
rather
late, you ruined
starve. Too late.
Dear.
Oh, come on. God, I want a pasty right now. You know, at the end of these things, you often go to McDonald's. I want a pasty. I really want a pasty.
Is there a drive-through Greg's somewhere?
Oh, there better be. I wish there was. So she's smiling next to me. So you're off the hook. Look, we hate on everything.
Yeah.
And we're outrageous and we say crazy stuff. That's what you go to school for, basically. Right, let's watch David Blaine die. Do you know what? I don't think he's going to die. I think he's clever. And
he's not clever. He's lucky. That guy just durdles his way through doing some ridiculous stuff. And then steak bakes! You've nailed it. That's what I'm having instead of a pasty.
Yeah.
Steak
pastry
bakes,
and meat.
Sausage and bean
Stick
bakes.
it together. Oh, sausage and bean bakes. Oh, I love that. Yeah. That's a good choice. All these little...
I'll tell you what we could have done if we'd have stopped broadcasting 20 minutes ago.
What's that?
We could have gone to Iceland and bought some of these.
Maybe next week we'll have an array of stuff that we can test.
We should probably have some food on this.
At some
Being
point.
that we talk about food all the time.
Food and Star Trek. That's all we talk about.
Food and Star Trek.
And we know you like it too.
Anyway, the topics are crap, so I'm just going to go back to
let's do that. Yeah, good idea.
so you can see our beautiful faces.
Cheese and bean Breville. Oh, good old Breville. Thing about a Breville is that then some point you forget that you fucking made a Breville and you come back in the cupboard and then when you open it up it's like, shit, I never actually cleaned that one out. For like about 4 weeks, all you eat is Brevilles. All you eat is Toasties.
Yeah.
And then you just fucking forget about it. And then 8 years later you're like, do we have a Breville? And you open it up and it's like, yeah, so we did. So, but I really wish I want one right now. I want cheese. Will your dad allow that? Is your dad like a?
It's the measuring stick of
the
what
food
food you're allowed
police.
to eat in your family.
I want Ginsters. Back off. I want sausage rolls. Back off. I want cheese. Acceptable.
But is it like the middle is like lava? Yeah. Actually,
that lesser known Netflix show.
You know the Netflix show The Floor is Lava?
Yeah.
It could be that the center is lava and you just have to taste different things, and if you burn your face, you lose.
What were we talking about? How my mum was really confused about The Floor is Lava. I don't know if I said this to you.
I don't think you did.
But like we watched The Floor is Lava, which I presume you've seen the show on Netflix, where they all fall in this big long, like big kind of swimming pool of like lava when they're trying to get across the room.
We plugged it on this show, so you better have watched
it.
Watch
it. They're trying to get across the room from one side to the other, jumping on shit. My mum watched it. She's like, "Oh my god." Like, what happens after that? I don't think they should fall underneath it. I think they should just fall to like their ankles. You know what I mean? I think it should just be a shallow paddling pool. I don't think there's any necessity once they fall off. I mean, that's just not. They could drown. That's really serious. And I'm like, she said, what happens to that woman? She just fell in. what happened to her? Is she okay? I said, no, mother, she's dead. The floor, the whole thing is made up. This is filmed in an active volcano, mother. You don't get to see her anymore. She was like, oh. And then, and then at the end she was back. She's like, how did she get back? And I'm like, oh my God. No, she didn't really die.
If she likes The Floor is Lava, you should show her the film Battle Royale. She'll love that.
Oh my God, I can't imagine that. Can't imagine showing my mum something like that.
My God, he choked her with the spaghetti!
My mum hates SpongeBob SquarePants, though. My mum hates.
I hate SpongeBob SquarePants.
Well, you'd be in good company
What
with
a
my mother.
prick.
She doesn't understand him at all. She doesn't understand that. What's it?
Yeah, her dad hates melted cheese. Well,
who is this guy?
that's the final straw then, really.
He doesn't like.
Who hates melted cheese?
He doesn't like.
Apart from people who are lactose intolerant.
Your mother and Jez are clearly wrong. Oh well, yeah.
About SpongeBob.
Yeah. I mean, on that. I mean, I have no dog in this fight. I don't care for him one way or another. But she was a bit confused because she was like, "What is he? Some kind of a sponge?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Yes, mother. That is exactly
What's his name? Bob."
and he wears trousers, and I'm like, well, pants by definition. But yeah, she doesn't understand these sort of things. So her dad hates melted cheese, sausages, pasties. What does he eat? I want to know what he eats.
Darts.
Let's
He
eat
likes
darts.
So he obviously likes darts.
Steak.
So as we come to a close,
Yes.
have you got anything you'd like to plug? Ways to contact you on social media?
Oh, look, we'll be doing cocktails and bullshit. We'll be doing cocktails and bullshit this Saturday, 5 o'clock UK time. And we've got a special guest who's going to join us. A whole load of segments we're going to work out the basis for, mainly on our guest coming along and perhaps bringing us some interesting bits and pieces of alcohol stuff to make cocktails. I will hopefully be redeeming more smashing of shit for Nova, because I know I just smash shit. Doesn't matter. Just
Smash one
it.
glass.
So come along
2,000
to
viewpoints.
cocktails. Oh, smash that. You don't have to redeem anything. I'll just do it like a clumsy dickhead. So cocktails and bullshit with guest this Saturday, 5 o'clock UK time. And if you want to like me on Facebook, you can do so. My page is Alex Borton. And at some point, I'll sort out Twitch, and you can all watch that. I haven't done that yet, mainly because I'm trying to put it together. Doesn't really matter. That's what I watch for. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint you. I really don't want to disappoint you. You got 2 last time, so maybe there won't be any this time. We'll average 1 a show. Anyway, have you got anything you want to talk about? You must have something coming up between now
I've always got something coming up, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So the rest of this week, up to Cocktails and Bullshit, is video games. Tomorrow night, I am going back to Call of Duty Finest Hour. So come to that for an hour of being stuck in a fucking cave and another hour of being stuck in a fucking tank and then falling in the sea and dying.
By the way, before you say, I watched, our quiz stream, the one I came around when it was your birthday, and I came around and did that. I watched that back, and I watched the bit like from both perspectives of me shooting you off this bike, and it was just glorious. And there's watching me go, "Just get in, you all saw it," and I just watched it from both angles. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing! What a show!
We're gonna do that again.
Oh, I love it. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. So
no thanks.
No thanks.
Lost a fan.
What didn't she like? I don't know.
Cod, I think. Call of
Cod.
Duty.
It's no food. She doesn't like any food. Cod, fucking chips. Fucking hell, what do you eat? Jesus.
And then on Friday, quite topically, as long as I can work out the timers and things, I'm going to do a speed run of Crash Team Racing.
Oh.
I'm going to do the adventure mode.
Even though you hate it.
Even though I hate it.
You'll put yourself through it.
I am on record as hating it on this broadcast.
Yes.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Ooh,
there you go. I've
Charlotte's watching fireworks.
I've piqued her interest now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Cocktails and Bullshit on Saturday.
It's all happening. And
the Effin' F1 show with Duff Valley and Research on Sunday. And I could keep going because I pretty much have something every day. Just because I don't sleep.
That's it. That's all we do. All we do is this.
Between Twitch and my child, there is no sleep.
Seems reasonable.
I've forgotten what my wife looks like.
She exists only.
She only exists as a bit of text
on chat, like all of us will. I've got Captain Sora has 2 more games for this week, and then the weekend off, so you can go and follow him and watch his stuff
there you
too.
Go. There are plenty of people that you should be following in the chat. Go follow Captain Sora for retro games. Go follow Duff Valley for some retro games, and later down the line, when he gets that sorted, live music performances. Go and follow Nova Charter for Star Trek chat and Call of Duty, modern Call of Duty, that is.
Who needs sleep? Well, you're never going to get it. That's a subtle little kind of Bare Naked Ladies reference in there. I'm certain of it.
Probably forgetting somebody else in the chat. Shout very quickly if you want me to plug your stream as well. But otherwise, I think
it's time we should go.
It is indeed. So, on that note,
let's fuck off.
Can't top that.